gosh, it's been forever since I've done one of these videos, man. I mean, so how have you guys been doing? I mean, I've changed a little bit, got to do the whole makeup thing, I guess, just thought it'd look nice for today. I mean, I don't wear it every day, so it's a little bit of a special thing, but I figure it's special for a video like this, just because I just haven't done a video in a while. I figure you guys are wondering about me, and the reason is, a lot of things. I've just been busy, and two, like I've said in other videos, the change is really just gradual. Like, I really don't have that many things to report a lot of the time, so I'm just kind of at a loss for, like, things to report when it comes to making these videos. But I guess I do have a couple things to report. So it is March 5th, and if I am counting correctly, I believe it has been 52 days on transition, I think. And that's pretty impressive. That's over a month. That's nearly that's almost it's almost 2 months. So the things are really moving along, and although some things might seem to be coming along a little slowly, it's just good to remember that transition is a slow process. So yeah, you've got that. And I guess a little bit of a change I'm wanting to report today is just with the whole emotions things again. And while I haven't really been getting like those really big highs anymore lately, I have been getting a lot of instances where I'll react to a certain situation, and the situation can be kind of like, heartfelt or mushy or something, like whether it's in like a TV show or something, or something kind of happens in real life that you're kind of reacting to, and depending on your hormone levels, I mean, these hormones really do affect your hormone levels, and just depending on where they are, you can react pretty differently. And what I mean by differently is that you can get pretty weepy, and I've gotten pretty weepy over some pretty stupid things in the past couple weeks. I mean, like, hold on, let me think. There was one thing that happened recently. Okay, so I was watching like this cooking show, and they were testing these like grilled cheese sandwiches and like these grilled cheese sandwich recipes, and they were like, this one guy like really liked this one recipe, and he started like nodding his head emphatically, and for some reason that just got me. Like, I got like really weepy. I was like, oh my god, he likes the sandwich. And like, it was just way too dramatic of a reaction for the situation at hand. And that just goes to show you, like, when you're starting estrogen, like, you can watch things some days and it'll just blow you away emotionally. And and like, I'm getting a little like emotional thinking about that right now. And like, yeah, that's about all I can report on that. And but as far as physical changes go, I guess things are about, same old, same old. I guess I've just been trying to do makeup more lately, as you can see with the whole getup I have here. And like, I wear a bra pretty much every single day, so I've just been kind of, getting used to the whole, like, transitioning into like being a woman, being female, that kind of thing. And in a way, I kind of do it just to kind of confirm to everyone around me, yes, I'm a chick. I do chick things. I do this. But at other times, it's just because I really like, assuming myself into that role. I find that it's been really enjoyable. I like, getting compliments from people and that kind of thing. It's become a lot more, getting told I'm pretty and stuff. It kind of makes me think back to, when I still identified as male, and like when I get called like handsome or something, I don't think I would even like take those compliments to heart as much as I do now that I'm transitioning to female. Like, I feel like I just really like being called, like, cute and pretty and stuff more than I do like being called handsome. And yeah, I think that's just a real indicator of me really getting into this identity and really finding out who I am. And it's been really nice, and I'm liking it a lot. I've made some friends along the way. These people have been really supportive of me, and I'm really grateful to have these people. And I've still got, the whole voice thing going on. And, most of the time I try to talk normally. Like, this is, like, this is about as normally as I talk. But, there are some days where I'm kind of, like, afraid to, like, when I'm in class, when I'm afraid to, like, speak up in class. Because, sometimes it'll be, like, really early in the morning. Like, my voice hasn't had time to warm up yet. And I'll be really like hesitant to raise my hand and speak up because it gets so deep, and like it's an insecurity thing, and like it makes me kind of feel bad to tell people that I'm transgender, and like when I'm like talking to them in a voice like this, like, okay, that's actually not very deep because I've had time to warm my voice up, but my voice gets even deeper than this, and like it kind of tears me up. Like, I feel like I'm lying to people, that's kind of basically how I feel about it. And it's just, I kind of think about doing the vocal training thing, and sometimes I don't. Like, it's kind of a conflict between, how much of myself do I really want to just, be me, really talk how I feel like talking, and, just pitching my voice up like this, and like talking, more feminine, like kind of using a little bit more of a head voice. And I do like sing and stuff, and I love like doing voice acting stuff. Like, I think becoming like a voice actress or voice actor is like one of my biggest aspirations. Um, and my therapist told me that those skills can actually be really helpful in vocal training if you don't want to spend the money on a vocal therapist and like spend time working on your vocal cords, because it really is like it's like a muscle. You have to work it every day to really get to how you want to sound. But it's just a matter between that and wanting to know like how much of me really is me. Like, I'm having a bit of a hard time articulating this, but me becoming me transitioning to becoming female is kind of like, me finally like embracing myself, finally embracing my identity, what I want to be, how I want others to see me. And there are other things about me that like aren't stereotypically feminine. Like, I don't really like, girly things. Like, that's just how it is with me. I draw like I draw like things that, like, if you looked at my drawings, like I might post them here like in a link or whatever. If you looked at my drawings and someone asked you like, do you think a man or a woman drew that? Like, most people would say man, because like they're kind of weird, kind of creepy, kind of like cerebral kind of things. Like, I don't do that kind of stuff. Like sometimes you can tell, like, not to be sexist or anything like that, but sometimes you can tell when a man or a woman draws something. Like, men and women seem to have different like stylistic things, and I mean that in the least like sexist way possible. But yeah, if someone like looked at the things that I draw, and like it's just it's kind of weird, and I'm having a hard time articulating myself now because I'm just rambling. But anyway, like, I listen to heavy metal music. I like really like dark, like gritty crap like that I listen to, and like people will look through my music library and like they're like, I don't believe you when you say that you're female. Like, I feel like that's what people think of me if they were to see my music library, and it just kind of goes back to that thing. It's like how much of me do I really want to show the world, and like how much of me do I really want to like keep things that are me, because this is my voice, this is how I talk. I have mannerisms that aren't like stereotypically like feminine. Like, my mannerisms are pretty like masculine and stuff, and yeah, that's just a conflict that I have with myself, and I feel like a lot of trans women also feel that way. A lot of trans women also feel like they have to be forced into these boxes and act like people expect them to act, and I think that's really sad. And some women really do want to act that way, and that's fine for them. I'm certainly not gonna tell people how to act. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. It's just a matter of like embracing your identity and that kind of stuff. But there are also people who feel like they have to be forced into these roles, and they have to be like, trans men and trans women. In particular, they feel like they have to be overly masculine or overly feminine in order to be accepted into these roles. Whereas with a cis woman or a cis man, like, they can like some things that are like either like gender neutral or just like or just like things that aren't like stereotypically like catered towards them, and they won't have their identity invalidated, and that's just kind of a frustrating thing to think about sometimes, and yeah, that's what it really comes down to. It's I've just been having a real kind of like soul searching thing going on, where I'm just trying to think of, what parts about me are really me, and what parts about me are things that I kind of show the world because I want them to, respect my identity and validate me. And it just comes down to thinking that, I really don't need other people's validation. I am what I am. In this whole transitioning thing that I've been doing, like the whole hormones and everything, I think it's really helping me to become closer to what I kind of see myself inside. And that's just really how it comes down to. In other news, there is another thing that's been happening as of like, the whole month. I've sorry, I'm getting kind of not really understanding what my words are now. As of like last month, I think it was, a little bit after Valentine's Day, I got my prescription refilled for my hormones, my spirulactone and my estradiol, whatever you call them. They're like off-brand names. And so now I am up to taking, I actually got one of these little things. One of these little things with the pills in it, just because sometimes, well, now that I'm taking more pills, it becomes kind of a conflict. Is like, did I take that pill today? Or did I take one of these? Or did I take two of these today? So this kind of helps a little bit. And so yeah, I'm up to taking two of the little spirulactone things a day, and two of the little estrogen pills a day. So that's really been upping my estrogen levels, and hopefully I'm going to be seeing more changes faster. And I have not set up another appointment with my doctor yet. She said to wait until like 3 months, so that's probably something I'm going to be doing either next month or a little bit sooner before that. Just depends on how things go. So yeah, I think that's stuff that's been going on in my life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, like I said before, you can leave a comment on the video, or you can PM me. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching.